I don't know what to say. This is one of the most common phrases therapists hear from people trying to support a loved one through trauma. Whether you're a teacher noticing a student's sudden withdrawal, a manager witnessing an employee's unexpected emotional reaction, or a friend supporting someone through grief, knowing how to respond can be overwhelming. Today, we're exploring the depth approach, a 5-step framework designed to transform how we communicate with people who have experienced trauma. This is not about becoming a therapist, but about becoming a more compassionate human being. D. Discover beyond the surface. What we see in someone's behavior is often just the tip of the iceberg. Let's consider a student like Miguel, who may lash out when asked to read aloud. A teacher might label him as defiant, but beneath that behavior could be something deeper, a learning disability that hasn't been diagnosed or anxiety triggered by past humiliation. Discovering beyond the surface means stepping away from assumptions and asking yourself, what could this behavior be trying to communicate? Instead of rushing to label the behavior as problematic, take a moment to ask, what might be going on underneath the surface? What does this person need right now? The goal here isn't to diagnose or fix the person, but to create a space for understanding. For example, instead of confronting the behavior, you might say, I notice you seem uncomfortable when we do this task. Can you help me understand what's happening for you? Sometimes simply offering, I'm here to listen when you're ready to talk, can open the door for deeper communication. E. Engage with positive regard. When people experience trauma, they'd often begin to internalize a sense of being broken or unworthy. This is why the second step, engage with positive regard, is so important. It's not about focusing only on what's wrong. It's about separating the person from their behavior. When we view someone through the lens of positive regard, we make it clear that their worth is not tied to their struggles. For instance, instead of saying, you failed again, try, this choice didn't work out, but let's look at what could work better next time. This shift in language helps the person feel seen not for their mistakes, but for their potential. It's also essential to acknowledge their strengths. A simple statement like, I see how resourceful you are, or your resilience in this situation is remarkable, can change how a person views themselves. It affirms that even in the midst of difficulty, their abilities and qualities still shine through. P. Practice true presence. True presence may be one of the most underrated skills in human connection, especially when supporting someone through trauma. In a world where distractions are constant, offering someone your undivided attention can be incredibly healing. Before you enter a conversation that might be emotionally charged, take a few deep breaths to center yourself. Put away any distractions. This means no checking your phone, no side conversations, just focused, open attention. Maintain calm eye contact and open body language, and ensure you're fully engaged in the moment. When you give someone your full presence, you're providing them with something invaluable, a sense of being truly seen and heard. One trauma survivor shared a powerful memory. I don't remember what my friend said when I told her about my assault. I just remember she didn't look away. That kind of presence has the power to create safety and trust in a way that words alone cannot. T. Trust the process. Healing from trauma is rarely a smooth, linear process. It's more like a winding path with moments of progress, setbacks, and plateaux. The T in depth stands for trust the process, which is essential when supporting someone in their healing journey. You may notice that someone who seemed to be improving suddenly experiences a setback, or that they resist help after initially accepting it. Or perhaps you might witness emotional numbness when you expect to see emotional release. These responses are not failures. They are simply part of the natural rhythm of healing. As a supporter, your role is to be the constant. You might say things like, I understand today feels harder than yesterday, and that's okay, or you don't need to have it all figured out. I'm still here for you. By acknowledging that healing isn't linear, you provide someone with the assurance that setbacks are a part of the process, not the end of the journey. 8. Honor the whole story. Finally, the A in depth stands for honor the whole story. People are not defined by their trauma alone. They are multifaceted individuals who also have rich cultural backgrounds, spiritual beliefs, and personal strengths that have helped them navigate their world. It's important to see them in their entirety, beyond just their pain. To truly honor someone's story, ask open-ended questions that give room for their full experience. For instance, ask, "What else could help me understand your experience better?" Or, "What strengths have carried you through this?" These questions show that you're not just acknowledging their suffering, but also their resilience, their ability to cope, and the parts of themselves that bring them strength. Trauma-informed communication means embracing the whole person, the pain, the joy, and everything in between. It's about seeing someone for who they are, not just what they've been through. When you honor their entire story, you acknowledge both their suffering and their wholeness. The depth approach is more than just a set of steps. It's a mindset. When we choose to discover beyond the surface, engage with positive regard, practice true presence, trust the process, and honor the whole story, we begin to create spaces where healing becomes possible. This week, I encourage you to apply just one element of the depth approach in your interactions. See what shifts for the person you're connecting with and for you. Because behind every behavior, there's a story. Behind every story, there's a person. And behind every person, there's the potential for healing and connection. Let's communicate with depth. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.